Google just accused Britain of threatening free speech online. Elon Musk says the UK is on a dark path, and the White House has suspended a £31 billion trade deal over it. So what's actually going on? Let's break it down. This all centers on something called the Online Safety Act here in the UK, and it is an attempt to make the internet safer by forcing tech companies to moderate harmful content. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, it has triggered a massive transatlantic clash over one fundamental question. Where's the line between protecting people online and protecting free speech? The proposals here is what sparked this latest controversy. Britain's regulator, Ofcom, wants to stop posts containing potentially illegal content from going viral. We're talking about things like hate speech or calls to violence. Their plan? Tech companies would have to block this content from appearing in news feeds and recommendation systems until human moderators have reviewed it. Ofcom says this is urgent. They point to last summer's Southport riots, where hate-fueled posts spread rapidly online. During those riots, Elon Musk claimed the UK was heading towards civil war, and X, formerly Twitter, was accused of failing to stop the spread of hate speech. But Google isn't having it. In a formal response, they warned that these proposals risk undermining users' freedom of expression. Their main concern? This new category of potentially illegal content. Google argues this would inevitably catch legal content in the crossfire, meaning posts that are perfectly legal would end up being suppressed or hidden from users. They say Parliament never intended this when passing the Online Safety Act, and they're not alone. Vance, the U.S. Vice President, has claimed the UK is following a dark path on free expression. Elon Musk's X has warned that free speech will suffer. The backstory: to understand why tensions are so high, we need to go back to 2023 when the Online Safety Act was being debated. There was a huge fight over something called legal but harmful content, basically. Posts that wouldn't be illegal in the real world but could be banned online. MPs ended up watering down those plans. The final act focused on protecting children and banning specific illegal material, not this gray area content. But now, Ofcom's new proposals seem to be bringing that debate back from the dead, and that's got tech companies and free speech advocates alarmed. Ofcom's defense: Ofcom firmly denies they're targeting legal content. A spokesperson said there is nothing in our proposals that would require sites and apps to take down legal content. They argue that many tech giants already suppress borderline content, and that during a crisis, recommender systems can make illegal content spread dangerously fast. Their position? Platforms should simply hold potentially illegal posts back from recommendation algorithms until they're reviewed. If it's legal, it goes through. If it's illegal, it gets removed. But this isn't just about one policy proposal anymore. It's become a full-blown diplomatic incident. The White House suspended talks over a £31 billion tech prosperity deal this month, specifically because of frustration with the Online Safety Act. And just recently, the UK's Technology Secretary suggested bringing AI chatbots like ChatGPT under the Online Safety Act, a move that reportedly left US officials even more frustrated. The fundamental tension here is clear. American tech companies operate on a very different model when it comes to content moderation. The U.S. tradition leans heavily toward protecting speech, even controversial speech. Britain's approach prioritizes safety, even if it means more restrictions. The big question: so who's right? Well, both sides have valid concerns. On one hand, we've seen how quickly harmful content can spread online and cause real-world damage. The Southport riots prove that. And if platforms don't act fast, people get hurt. On the other hand, giving regulators the power to suppress potentially illegal content before it is even reviewed does raise genuine free speech concerns. Who decides what's potentially illegal? How long do posts stay hidden? And what happens when legal speech gets caught in the filter? These aren't easy questions, and there are no perfect answers. Conclusion: what we're witnessing is a fundamental clash between two visions of the internet. Britain wants tech companies to take more responsibility for what spreads on their platforms. American tech giants want to maintain their traditional hands-off approach to content. And with the rift between the US and UK showing no signs of healing, this debate is only going to get more heated. The question is, can they find a middle ground that protects both safety and free speech? Or are we heading toward a fractured internet with different rules on each side of the Atlantic? What do you think? Should tech companies be forced to suppress potentially illegal content before it goes viral? Or does that go too far? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explainers on the stories that matter. See you in the next one.